Good evening everyone. Welcome to Vijata classes. This is lecture number 14, electric charges and fields. In this particular topic, that means in this particular lecture, we are going to talk about the questions on the electric field intensities. Understood? And meanwhile, we are going to revise some of the previous classes using some of the problems. Understood? ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೇ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಈ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಿನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ thinking, I am also thinking like I can launch the so called what Telegram channel also, where you will get the updates and where you will get the free notes. Understood? Okay, now without wasting much of our time, let us go for the class. Okay na? Sorry sir, is everything audible? Please live ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾದರೂ ಹಾಯ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಸ್, ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಅನ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅಸ್ ಅ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಈವನ್ ಬೆಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ see, if we are talking with respect to what, we will start from the note point ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಏನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? +1 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಸರ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಸರ್? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಸರ್. ನೌ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂತು, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸಿಯರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು Q1 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ Q2 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ತರ Q3 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, Q4 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಆನ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ at point O, if they are asking you to find out the resultant electric field intensity due to all the charges ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, O ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ you have to find out the electric field intensity. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವೇನ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ 1 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು O ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲೈನ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಲೈನ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಲೈನ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈನ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವೇಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಓ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್. ಅವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವಾಟ್, ಇಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ O ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಸರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು 1 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ electric field intensity due to second charge plus electric field intensity due to third charge, and so on it will increase. That means up to infinite number of charges ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ವೆಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲಿ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we are going to get electric field intensity at this particular point, that is O, due to all other charges. That means ನನಗೆ resultant electric field intensity ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ O ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ವಾಟ್? Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5 and so on up to infinity. Vectorially we are adding it. Understood? ಸೊ ಸರ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂದ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು +1 ಕೂಲಮ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಈ +1 ಕೂಲಮ್ಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡಿಡಿದ್ರೆ that will become our what? Electric field intensity, that is given by what? KQ upon what? R square. Now ಈಗ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟು ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಂತ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು +1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫೋರ್ಸೇ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ KQ/r². KQ/r². ನೌ ಸಿ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ವೇರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಸಿಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನಿದೆ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ Q/E, ವೇರ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ QE/m. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್. ಅದೇ ನಾನೇನಾದ್ರೂ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ in this direction force is going to happen for the negative charge when we keep inside the electric field. That is given by what QE. ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೋ ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ QE/m. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್. ಇಫ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಟ್ಟರು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅದು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್, the force is going to be constant. Once the force is constant, then acceleration is going to be what constant. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ? ಸಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೋ ಆವಾಗ ಫೋರ್ಸು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಯು ಆರ್ ಲಾಯಕ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕೈನಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ V is equal to U plus AT ಅನ್ನ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ S is equal to UT plus half AT square ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ V square minus U square is equal to 2AS ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೋದು. These are the kinematical equation. Whenever you are using the kinematical equation, ನೀವು ಸೈನ್ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಮಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಐ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. Now let us move on. See here, before we take up some of the problems, let us discuss electric field due to charges and charge distributions. Okay, electric field due to what? Charges and charge distribution. See here, write down the topic electric field due to charges and charge distribution. Understood? See here, what I am going to do is, right, I took two plates. They kept parallelly. I took two plates. I kept it parallelly. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟಿಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟಿಗೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟಿಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟಿಗೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೇರ್ ಟು ವೇರ್? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ in this direction you are going to get what? The electric field. In this direction you are having what? Electric field. Right appa? Haudu sir. Okay, now see here, this is the direction of what? Electric field due to the distribution of charge, positive and negative. ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮೇಲಿದೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕೆಳಗಿದೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇಂದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ತನಕ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಏನನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಎಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ತನಕ ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್? ಎಚ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್? ಎಚ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಈ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಥ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಥ್ರೋನ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಮ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ v0. ಸರ್ ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಸರ್, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಸಿತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಸಿದಾಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸರ್. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಎಳೆಯತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್. This will move in this particular path. ಈ ಒಂದು ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಈ ಜಾಗದ ತನಕ ಅದು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ? ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು v0 ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎಸ್ದಾಗ. ಸೊ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? It is coming towards the negative charge. How it is coming? In the parabolic way it is coming. Right? It is coming in the parabolic way. Why it is coming? Because it is a positive charge. Negative charge is here. Positive repel. That means it will go away from the positive charge. Yes or no sir? Yes sir. So that's why it travels in this particular path. So here they will ask time of flight s2, what is the range, what is the trajectory. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ರಿ ಇದನ್ನ? ವೇರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 11th ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ರಿ. ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PU ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು. If you are thinking like sir I'll study later on, first I'll study that 4 or 5 questions which are going to come for boards, let me make it. Then I wanted to go for a very good engineering college, then I wanted to go for very good medical college. If you are not clear with your basics, understood, things will become so hard to understand. Understood? So please give time making your foundation very strong. So let us come back here. See sir, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಹೋಯ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ? ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆರ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಸಿ ಆರ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಚೆ ಬರೆದಾಗ ಈಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ? ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ? ಈ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ರೈಟ್? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ? ಈ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಸೋಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸು ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್? Q into E. ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್? QE by M. ಹೌದಾ? In this particular problem, please neglect gravity. Neglect what? Gravity. Understood? So here, see here, ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಥ್ರೋ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಸಮ್ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಸೇ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. You have not given any of the velocity along what? Y axis. But still, when the charge is moving inside the electric field, it is meanwhile covering the x-axis, meanwhile covering the y-axis too, from this particular point, right? So from here I can write down that what is the velocity along x-axis? That is v0, sir. What is the velocity along y-axis? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ನಾವು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೋ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೌ acceleration along x-axis, sir, it is a two-dimensional motion. There is no acceleration along this x-axis, but it is coming downwards. Why? Because of what? Acceleration due to gravity. That means sorry, here I am neglecting the gravity, but acceleration for this particular charge due to this electric field, ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವೈ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವೈ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವಾಟ್? ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. That means here acceleration along x-axis comes out to be what? 0. Then acceleration along y-axis, ಏನಿದೆ sir acceleration along y-axis? This is the acceleration acting downwards. That means this is the acceleration along what? Y-axis. That means acceleration along y-axis comes out to be what? Minus QE by what? M. Minus QE by what? M. Now see here I am considering two dimension. That means it is one is x-axis, sir, another one is what, sir? Y-axis, sir. In this particular problem I am looking for what? Two-dimensional motion. It is doing what? In the two axis it is moving. It is moving across this x-axis, meanwhile along this y-axis it is moving in what? X-axis allu move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, y-axis allu move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, x-axis allu move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, y-axis allu move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. That's why we are calling this as what? Two-dimensional motion. If it is moving along x, y, z axis, then we will call this as what? Three-dimensional motion. So here I can say that in this particular problem I can say that it is a two-dimensional motion. It is a two-dimensional motion. So once it is a two-dimensional motion, see, if you wanted to calculate, find time of flight, find time of flight. How you are going to find out the time of flight? Time of flight ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಸರ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಸ್ದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳೋ ತನಕ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅದು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಟು ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? Hi Samarth, hi. Understood? So here that time of flight in the sense it is what? ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಅದು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಬಂದ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬೀಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್? ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋತು ಈ ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಈ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್? ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್, ಇದು ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವಾಟ್ ಸರ್? ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಸರ್, ಹೌದಲ್ವಪ್ಪ? ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ದಟ್ sy. See, it has traveled across the so called what? Y axis, right? So here I can write down that sy is equal to uyt plus half ayt square. This formula I can write down once the acceleration is what? Constant. Sir, velocity along y axis Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. If you are getting help from this, I'm very glad to know it. Thank you so much. This kind of messages will motivate us to do even better. Thank you. So here, what is the total distance? That means displacement across y-axis here. That is your what? Minus h, sir. Velocity along y-axis, sir. See, whenever you are using this equation, kinematical equation, acceleration, velocity, you have to consider what vector? Andre velocity along y-axis henry 0. Andre this term will become what? 0. Then half acceleration along y-axis, sir. Y-axis alli acceleration downwards act aagta ide. That's why it is what, sir? Negative, sir. So it is coming out to be what? Minus QE by m. Minus QE by m. T comes out to be what? Time of flight. So you can say this is what? T square. When you solve this equation, minus minus get cancelled out. That is 2h is equal to QE by m into t square. That means you need to know what is this time. You need to know that t. So ಇವಾಗ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? You are again going for what? Simplification. From here I can write down 2hm upon QE under root is equal to your what? Time of flight. This is your what? Time of flight when you thrown the so-called what? Charge inside the electric field. Understood ma? See, ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಆನಿಮೇಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಪ್ಪ? ನಾ see here. Second thing is range of the particle. ರೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್. ಈ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್? ಒಂದು ಬಾಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಎಸಿತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ರೇಂಜ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್. ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ನ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹಿಡಿಯೋಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋದಾಗ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ವಿಕ್ಕಿ ಬಾಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಬಾಲ್ ಎಸಿತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ. ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಾಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಸೆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಬಾಲ್ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಿನ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬಾಲ್ ನ ಎಸಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಆ ಬಾಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಯು ಅಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ರೇಂಜ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? I hope you are understanding this. So ಈಗ ನೀವು ರೇಂಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? Range. So now see here, displacement sx that is equal to uxt plus half ax t square. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಬರಿಬಹುದು ಸರ್. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಐ ನೋ ದಟ್ acceleration along x-axis is 0 sir. Acceleration along x-axis 0 sir. Illi x is nothing but what? Distance. That means displacement, or you can say what is the distance traveled by the ball. That is called as what? Range. That means r. We will represent this range in what? R. This r is equal to what is ux? Velocity along x-axis ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರ್? ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು v0 ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಟಿ ಟೈಮ್ ನ ತಗೊಂತು. ದಿಸ್ ಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್. ಅದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಈ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ರೇಂಜ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ v0 into what? T ಸರ್. ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಸರ್. ನೀವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್? ಅಂಡರ್ ರೂಟ್ 2hm ಅಪಾನ್ ವಾಟ್? QE ಬಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಾಟ್? ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಸರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಸಿ ರೇಂಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು v0 ಇಂಟು ಟೈಮ್ taken to travel anta andre that comes out to be what under root 2hm upon what qe adalapa that is your so called what range. Understood? This is the range. That means this is the amount of distance that charge has traveled inside the electric field anta ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Next they are going to ask equation of trajectory. What they are asking? ಮೂರನೇದು equation of trajectory of the particle. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ. Equation of trajectory of particle. Equation of trajectory of particle. ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ರೋಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ. ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಯಿತು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಇದರ ರಸ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಈ ಚಾರ್ಜಿನ ರಸ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಸಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ. ದಟ್ means see here, whenever you are going to write down the trajectory, keep it in mind, you have to eliminate the time by whatever the means possible. That means see, keep things in this. These are the steps used to find out the trajectory. See, equation of trajectory. How to find out the equation of trajectory? What is the meaning of this trajectory? This trajectory is nothing but in which path is nothing but road the particle moves. In which path particle is moving. See here they have given here y is the function of x. This is how we will write the equation of trajectory. That means find x is equal to function of time if they have given. Now find y is equal to function of time. See, it is a 2-dimensional motion ಅಲ್ವಪ್ಪ. ಇದು y ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹಿಂಗೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ x, meanwhile it is moving across what y. Now how to find out? First find the x in terms of time, y in terms of time. Here x is depending upon time, y is depending upon time. Thirdly, finally you eliminate time. You eliminate what? Time anna tegidaki. So you write y in terms of what? X, or x in terms of what? Y. This is called as what? Equation of trajectory. Like how we were saying sir, yav riti nange artha aglilla. So for example ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ y is equal to what? f of x ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು y is equal to 2x plus 4 ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ತರ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್. The particle is moving in what? Straight line. Suppose if you are having y is equal to x square, one of the power is going to be what? Maximum power is 2. That means this is the equation given for what? Parabola. ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಿಕ್ ಪಾತ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Suppose like if you are having x square plus y square is equal to a square. ಇದು ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಗುರು, ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್? ದಿಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅಂತ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್. Understood? So in this particular equation, see, in this particular thing, in the particular case, what is the equation of trajectory? Sir, in bandida. That means I can say that what is the amount of distance it has traveled across x-axis? That is nothing but uxt plus half axt square. Here ax is what? 0. That means this complete term is going to be what? 0. What is ux here? V naught, sir. Time taken is what? T, sir. That means this is the total distance traveled along what? X, sir. Now come to y. Sy is equal to what? Uyt plus half ayt square, sir. Now uy is 0, sir. So in this particular thing it has traveled across what? Sy is representing what? The distance, displacement it traveled across what? Y axis. That means y half. Now what is the so-called ay? Acceleration along y axis in the particular case, that is minus qe by m, sir, into t square, sir. Howda? Sorry, sir. So this is the equation for what? Y, sir. ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ? ಸೊ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ದೆನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ವೈ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಟಿ is equal to what? X upon v naught, sir. In this particular equation I got that t is equal to what? X upon v naught. ಈ x upon v naught ನ ಈ y ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ. ಈ y ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ y is equal to minus half qe by m, t square is there, x upon v naught whole square. V naught whole square. So from here I get it like y is equal to minus qe x square upon 2m v naught square. 2m v naught square. This is the equation of what? Y. That means this y, how it is related to this x? How it is related to this x? Sir, y is directly proportional to x square. That means it is negative. That means negative is talking about what? See, y is directly proportional to x square. Y is equal to x square anta bandre yava ondu path alli move agide? See, once y is directly proportional to x square, idrinda nanu ಏನು ಹೇಳಬಹುದು? Parabolic path. ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಿಕ್ ಪಾತ್ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ, ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇರೋ ಕಾರಣ ದಿಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಸ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಾ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಾ. ಉಲ್ಟಾ ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೋ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಪ್ಪ? ulta parabola. That's why it comes out to be what? Minus x square. Understood? This is how the path looks like for this particular question. See, question ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿ ಎಮ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹೈಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಇವೆರಡನ್ನ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Understood? Now y is directly proportional to x square. That means it is undergoing what? Parabolic path, but it is having a negative sign. That's why negative in the sense it is what? Inverted parabola. Understood? This is how you need to find out what? The trajectory. This is how you need to find out what? The trajectory. Now let us go for some of the problems. You do it. See, NEET PYQ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we will take up in the last. ಒಂದ್ 2-3 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಲಿ, then we will come with respect to what? The NEET PYQs. Understood? Don't worry. First you do it. If you do all this stuff, I can give you a guarantee you will solve maximum problems with respect to NEET. You can solve even everything. Understood? But solve this first. There are 3 charges placed on the circumference of a circle of radius d. Okay, they said radius is going to be equal to what? D. That means this is going to be equal to what? D. Sorry sir, aito. As shown in the figure. Okay, fine. The electric field along x-axis at the center of the circle is, they are asking what is the electric field along this x-axis at the center of the circle. The center of the circle alli what is the electric field across this center of the circle? That means along this x-axis what is the electric field? Now ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾ? ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Let us do it. This is one of the PYQ. See, here ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದವರು 30 minus 4 plus 2q. Okay, okay. Here you are having plus 2q. Here you are having what? Minus 4q. Here you are having what? Minus 2q. What is the angle they have given? 30. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಪ್ಪ, ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಬರ್ತದೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ದ ನೆಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಓ ನ ನೀವು ಕಂಡಿಡೀರಿ. ನೀವು ಕಂಡಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಓ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಂಡಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಈ ಓ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? +1 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಈಗ +1 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್. ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಆಗ? ಸಿ, ವೆಯ್ಟ್, see, due to this +2q electric field on this particular point O ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸರ್. +2q ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್? that force is equal to K2q divided by what is the distance of separation between this point O to this +2q, that is D, divided by what? D square. Now see here now due to this -2q, what is the electric field it is getting, that means acting on this particular point O? ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. that electric field is equal to how much? That is also equal to K2q upon R square. ಹೌದಾ? Now look at the force on what? -4q. See, electric field due to -4q ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? It will go in this direction. What is this electric field is equal to? Sir, ಆ electric field ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ K times 4q upon what? D square. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ? ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು. ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇದನ್ನು. If I consider this is the point O, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ O ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್? ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ 4kq ಅಪಾನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 2q ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2q ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಾಟ್ 4kq ಅಪಾನ್ ಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಇವೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯ ನಿಮಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆಂಗಲ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 30 ಇಲ್ಲಿ 30 ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ 60. ನಾವು 4kq by d square. Here also you are having what? 4kq by d square. 4kq by d square, 4kq by d square. It is what? Equal forces. Equal forces separated by the angle 60 degree ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ನೆಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ. In this direction you will get what? Net electric field. That net electric field is equal to what? F root 3, because two equal forces separated by the angle 60 degree, then the resultant is equal to F root 3. F root 3 in the sense it is what? 4kq by d square into root 3. Into what? Root 3. That means you calculate it. ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿದೆ? q by 4 pi epsilon naught d square. Now calculate it. How much you are going to get, sir? Resultant (4kq upon what d square) that is equal to 4 upon 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q into d square. So 4 get cancelled into root 3 ಬರಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ into what? root 3. So it is equal to q by pi epsilon naught d square into what? root 3. This is the resultant electric field along x-axis. This is the resultant electric field along what? X-axis, due to all this particular charges. So it comes out to be what? Third option. It comes out to be what? Third option. This is one of the question asked in where? JEE Mains 2020. Now come to the next thing. Read the question. This came in what? JEE Main 2022. There are three charges q by 2, q and q by 2. They are placed at the corners a, b, c. ಹೌದು ಸರ್, a, b, c ಅಲ್ಲಿ q by 2, q and q by 2 ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Of ABC of a square of a side a. They are saying the side of this is what? A. ಸರಿ ಸರ್, ಆಯ್ತು. The magnitude of the electric field at the corner D of the square is. They might have done this. This is has to become C. This has to become D. Understood? Now they are asking you to find out the magnitude of electric field E at the corner of D. At the corner of this D, what should be the magnitude of electric field anta aur keltare. See, the question is saying that ಏನು questions are ido? See, this is a square. Sorry sir, this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D. Now A ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ they have kept what? Q by 2 charge. B ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ they kept what? Q charge. C ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ they have kept what? Q by 2 charge. They are asking what is the electric field at D point. They are asking electric field at D point, or due to all these particular charges, what is the net electric field ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ತಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೊಳಿಬೇಕು ಗುರು. ಏನ್ ಸರ್ ಅದು ತಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೊಳಿಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ? ಏನು ಹೊಳಿಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ ತಟ್ ಅಂತ? ಸರಿ ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಏನನ್ನ ಬರೀ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ +1 ಕೂಲಮನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು +1 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. +1 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್ ಫೈನ್. ನಾವು ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ you are having a and here you are having d. Between this a and d between this a and d what is the electric field? ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಹೌದಪ್ಪ. Electric field between A and D is in this direction. What is that electric field is equal to? 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 K Q by 2 into what is the distance of separation between A and D? It is what? A square. Sorry sir. Now see this C on D. What is the force it is applying? ಎಷ್ಟು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದು? ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, in this particular direction the charge kept at C is putting the force on D in this particular direction. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು? ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು? That is acting like KQ upon 2A square again. ಸರಿ ಸರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಿ ಟು ಡಿ ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಬಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಸರ್? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಬಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಸರ್? What is the distance between B and D sir? What is the distance between B and D sir? A root 2. What is the distance between A and D? It is what? A root 2. It is what? A root 2. Once you got to know sir, idu KQ square, idu KQ by what? 2A square, eradu equal 4. Forces are what? Equal. Okay fine. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಈ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಪ್ಪ? ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. What is the amount of force it is putting now? Because of B on D, the force is going to be equal to KQ upon A root 2 square, in the sense it is also what? Equal to 2A square. It is equal to what? 2A square. This is how the forces are acting now. Now I want to know what is the total amount of force that is acting at this D point. Ivaga nodi, at this particular point there is F force. At this particular point, if I consider F, both are equal forces separated by the angle 90 degree. So because of this equal forces, ಅದರದು resultant force ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? ಅದರದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು KQ square upon 2A square into root 2. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ this is the electric field intensity. Both are the force, equal force, separated by the angle what? 90 degree. So you are having another force acting in this particular direction, that is E root 2. So the net electric field intensity at point D comes out to be, how we are going to get it? See, I'll write down here. Here you are having what sir? Here you are having E sir. Illu nanage E act ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ sir. Illu nanage electric field intensity E ಇದೆ sir. Now what I am trying to say, here E, here E, both are having what? E and E separated by the angle 90 degree. That means you will get another thing here, that is equal to E root 2. That means net electric field at that point D comes out to be E plus E root 2. Here E is equal to KQ by what? 2A square. That means if I take out the E common, I'll get 1 plus root 2. That means what is this? E is equal to KQ by what? 2A square into 1 plus root 2. Right? In the particular option, what they have given? In the particular option, what they have given? 1 by root 2 plus 1 by 2. ಆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if I substitute everything here, what I am going to get? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, 2 ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ I'll get 1 by 2 plus root 2 by what? 2. Now if I simplify it, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I'll get this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q into a square 1 by 2 plus 1 by root 2. This is the net electric field at the point D. ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ? ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by 2 1 by root 2 1 by 2 1 by root 2 1 by 2 1 by root 2. A ಇದೆ, A ಅಲ್ಲ, A square. Root 1 is what? 1 only. 1 by root 2 1 by 2 and 1 by root 2. This option. Got it? Okay. ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. Make it this minus. Okay, now let us go for another question. Let us go for this question. See this question, good question. This came in where? JEE means plus advance. Now see the question. 6 charges. There are how many charges? 6 charges, 3 positive, 3 negative of equal magnitude. You are having 6 charges. How many charges? 6 charges. 3 positive, 3 negative are to be placed at the vertices of the regular hexagon. They are placed at the vertices of the regular hexagon such that the electric field at O is double the electric field when only one positive charge of same magnitude is placed at R. Read carefully, be careful while reading. See the question, what they are saying. You are having 6 charges. Okay, how they are? 3 positive, then 3 negative of equal magnitude. Of what? Equal magnitude are to be placed at the vertices of what? Regular hexagon. Regular hexagon in the sense all the sides are equal. Hexagon in the sense 6 side polygon. Okay, such that they are saying here, this is the very important line. This is the very important line. I'll mark it in the red line, red marker. Such that the electric field at O, they are saying electric field at O is double the electric field. There are 6 charges, 3 positive, 3 negative. They are placed at the regular hexagon such that electric field at O is double the electric field when only one positive charge of same magnitude is placed at R. One positive charge ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು R ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು 6 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗಳ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಇಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 6 ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬಂತೋ ಈ 6 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿಟ್ಟಾಗ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಯ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ವೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಪಟ್ಟು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಯು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ. ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಯು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರಾ ಇದೆ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ವೇಟ್. This is the regular hexagon. Okay, this is the regular hexagon. This is P, Q, R, S, T and U. This is the center. This is the center. Now ಹಿಂಗಿದೆ. ಹಿಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಹಿಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಈ ಆರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಈ ಆರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಓ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಯು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಓ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಓ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ಅದನ್ನ. ಸಿಆರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್. ನನಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2E ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ರೈಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ನನಗೆ 2E ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಪುಟ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಎ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. here plus minus plus minus, this is what? Plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus minus plus. Understood? Plus minus plus minus minus plus. Now this is PQRST. Now keep this plus minus plus minus minus plus. Now draw the electric field at the particular O. O ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು electric field ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀರಿ. How you are going to get? Due to this positive charge at this point you will get the electric field in this direction. Now because of this positive R you will get the electric field in this direction. Because of the negative charge at Q you will get the electric field in this direction. Okay, now because of this negative charge at S you will get the electric field in this direction. Okay, now because of this negative charge at T you will get the electric field in this direction. Okay, no problem. Because of this positive charge at what U you will get the electric field in this direction. Yes sir, these things are going to get cancelled because of what? Equal and opposite. That means you will get the net electric field is in this direction, which is not possible to particular question they have asked. ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ in this direction, that is twice the times of what? E. Now go for B. Go for B. A option is cancelled. Plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus. How you are going to get it? See here. P Q R S T and U. PQRS TU. See here, at this particular O you need to find out. Now ಸರ್ ಇದೀಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗಳಿವೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್. ಈಗ O ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕೀಗ. Now I'll start from P. I'll keep here 1 plus 1 coulomb. Plus at P, it is putting the electric field in this direction. Now minus in Q, it is putting the electric field in this direction. Plus at R is putting the electric field in this direction. Okay sir, fine. Negative in S, it is putting the electric field in this direction. Okay sir. Plus in so-called what T, it is putting the electric field in this direction. Yes sir. Because of minus at U, it is putting the electric field in this direction. Yes sir. Howdo sir? Okay fine sir. So from here I'll get in this direction 2E. In this direction it is what 2E. In this direction I am getting what 2E. Once I am getting 2E, 2E, 2E. See, in this particular hexagon, regular hexagon, this is 60 degree, this is 60 degree. That means between two equal forces there is what 120 degree, right? 120 degree, 120 degree, 120 degree. If I take any of the two forces, if I consider these two forces 2E and 2E, they are separated by the angle 120 degree. That means resultant for this particular 2E and 2E will get the 2E in this direction. So this 2E and this 2E will get cancelled. This 2E and that 2E will get cancelled. That means the resultant is going to be what? 0. That means even the option B fails here. Even the option B fails here. Now come to that C. Come to that C. Positive, positive, negative, positive, negative, negative. Okay. Now what is this? Wait. Plus plus minus plus minus minus. Oh, plus plus minus plus minus minus plus plus minus plus minus minus. Is that correct? Yes, correct. Now I'll look for this arrangement. P Q R S T U. Plus plus minus plus minus minus. Now electric field at point O. Electric field at point O. Now positive is there. Positive in the sense it will put the electric field in this direction. Now at plus E, this will put the electric field in this direction. Because of negative at a R, this is going to put an electric field in this direction. Positive at S, it is putting the electric field in this direction. Now negative at T, it is going to put an electric field in this direction. Now negative at U, it is going to put a electric field in this direction. Yes. Now these two are what? Equal and opposite, will get cancelled. These two are what? Equal and opposite, so it will get cancelled. So the resultant will be in this direction. That means this is what the resultant, which is making a 60 degree from that. That means you wanted in the particular question they are asking 2E should be in this direction, right? That means this option also here fails. Now come to the last. Sir, ಮೂರು ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ದಡ್ರಾ? ಮೂರು ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ದಡ್ರಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ the D will go for what? The answer. So in this particular kind of questions, I basically say you go from the last. Sometimes if our luck is good, last one the answer agata. If not, you have to do everything. Okay. Let us go for this D. We will see the D also. Negative plus plus negative. What is that D? Negative plus negative plus negative plus plus negative plus negative plus negative, right? Arrange this. Now this is P, Q, R, S, T, U. Here you are having P is negative, Q is positive, R is positive, S is negative, T is positive, U is negative. You have to get the resultant should be in this direction, that is equal to 2E. ಹಂಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ರೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. Now see here you are having what, P negative, that means electric field is in this direction. Yes sir, that is equal to E sir. Next positive is there, it will repel, electric field is in this direction sir. Okay sir. Here positive is there at R, so electric field will go in this direction sir. Okay sir. Here negative is in S, so the electric field will go in this direction sir. Okay sir. And at T the positive is there, so the electric field will go in this direction sir. Okay sir, no problem sir. Next at U, negative is in this direction, that means the electric field will come in this direction. So what I can say, E, 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 E. This E will cancel this E because equal and opposite. This E will cancel this E and equal and opposite. Both E are acting to the positive charge that we are going to keep it in at where R ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು one positive charge ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ನನಗೆ E ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ twice of the E ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. That means the resultant is in this direction, that is 2E. This is the answer we wanted due to this particular question. Whatever they have given in this particular question, this is what they have asked. This is how you are going to reach to the answer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸರ್? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸರ್? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮೀ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, no problem. See here, you have to do this problem. You have to do this problem. You have to do this problem. Please do this problem. Please do this problem. Take 1 minute and try. Yesterday class we have discussed it. That means in the last class we have discussed it. There is a simple pendulum. There is a simple pendulum. It has a length of what, L. It has a length of what, L. It is placed between the plates of the parallel plate capacitor having electric field. Electric field is in this direction. Okay. Okay. Now this is the direction of what, electric field. Now they are asking what, its bob as mass m, charge q, find the time period of the pendulum that is given by. They are saying, see here, if you are having ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲೆಂತ್ L, ಮಾಸ್ M, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ Q ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್, QE, because electric field is in this direction. Electric field is in this direction. They have also considered what, G here. That means downwards you are having what, mg. Downwards you are having what, mg. That means this is the force, this is the force. That means for this net force, the net force and the net acceleration due to gravity will come in which way, in which particular direction? It will be in this particular direction, resultant. So now I know that the time period for the simple pendulum is going to be equal to 2 pi under root L upon G effective. We need to know G effective. So here there is no need of what, mass. So here this is QE by M, here G. That means here G effective, here G effective in this direction comes out to be under root QE by M whole square plus G square. QE by M whole square plus what, G square. So here you want that time period. So time period comes out to be 2 pi under root, length is L. What is the G effective? That is under root G square plus Q square E square by what, M square. Which of the option? That is fourth one is the option. That is fitting. Understood? Okay, now see this question. Somebody is asking me to do the graphical question. We have come to this one also. Wait, it will take like electric charges and fields, it will take around almost 25 to 27 lectures. Understood? So once you build the so-called what foundation in this electric charges, then electrostatic potential, capacitance, it will go automatically, smoothly it will go, but you have to make sure your fundamentals are clear here. Understood? Okay, now see here. See, people want to rush the syllabus, but I don't want to rush any of the syllabus, because we have to do it by putting what? Whole heart there. Understood? We have to do it. There is a particle of mass m, charge q. It is released from what? Released from rest. Rest in the sense initial velocity 0 in a uniform electric field. Uniform electric field in the sense electric field is uniform, so the force is going to be what? Constant. Force constant in the sense acceleration is going to be what? Constant. If there is no other force on the particle, that means they are neglecting so-called what? G here. There is no other force other than this electric field, they are saying. The dependence of its speed v on the distance x traveled by it is correctly given by. They are asking what should be the speed v on the distance x, how the velocity and x, that means speed and the distance it has traveled is related. See here, they are saying it is a uniform electric field. It is a uniform electric field. They are keeping one positive charge. If they kept inside the electric field, if they have kept what? The positive charge, initially it is at rest. Now it is going to experience some sort of force once you keep the charge. This force, from this force, the acceleration is also in this direction. That is equal to QE by m. Once it gets some sort of acceleration ide antandre it is slowly going to develop some sort of what? Speed. That means the velocity will be there, that is equal to v. That means e charge e point in the ondastu distance in travel madida e directionally. That means they are asking what is the relation between velocity and the x for this particular case. See here, it is a uniform electric field, so force is constant. Once the force is constant, acceleration is constant. Once you got to know the acceleration is constant, how you are going to do it? Sir, x is there, no issues. So v square minus, here initially at rest, that is u square is equal to 2as. What is acceleration here? QE by m. What is the distance it has traveled? That is x. That means acceleration, once the acceleration is constant, I can say that v square minus 0, because it is at rest, is equal to 2 times QE by m. Displacement is x. That means here v square is directly proportional to what? X. V square is directly proportional to what? X. That means whatever may be the value of x, see here, whatever may be the value of what? V, I can say whether v is positive or negative, x is going to be always what? Positive. X is going to be what? Always what? Positive. Here they are given velocity or the speed they have given in what? Y axis. Distance it has traveled they have given in what? X axis. That means v square and x, that means y square is directly proportional to x. E one equation ge adu ಏನು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? Similarities na ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. It is matching with that particular equation. That means suppose if you are having in the basic mathematics, that means if you have studied in the class 11th, y square is equal to x ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು equation ಇದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ y ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ x ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? it is always going to be what? Positive. It is always going to be what? Positive. Always positive anta andre how we were going to write between the y and x the graph. This is how you are writing the graph. Now if you are having x square is equal to y, if you are having what? X square is equal to y, whether x is positive, whether x is negative, y is always positive. Now for this, how we were going to get the graph? Y and x upward parabola. Here it is y square directly proportional to x. Y square is equal to x antandre how you are going to get the graph? Here you are going to get the graph. That means which option? Third option. Which option? Third option. This is one of the PYQ they have asked in where JEE means. Understood ma? Okay. Now see here. See here. There is a small point mass. There is a small point mass carrying some positive charge on it. There is one point mass m you can say. It is having some positive charge plus q and mass m. It is released from the edge of the table. It is released from the edge of the table. There is a uniform electric field in the region in the horizontal direction. In this particular direction you are having what? Electric field. Which of the following options then correctly describe the trajectory of the mass? They say when we are reading the question, when we are reading the question, they are asking what should be the, which one is describing the trajectory of the mass? ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ ಪಾತ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇದೆಯಂತ, ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅವರು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? ಎಡ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆಯಂತೆ? ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆಯಂತೆ. ಏನಿದೆಯಂತೆ? ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆಯಂತೆ ಆ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್? ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ದೆನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ದ ಟ್ರಜೆಕ್ಟರಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. See, the question is saying that table, I'll draw here, I'll solve here. See here, released anta ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. released ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ see here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಬಾಲ್ ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಎಸಿತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವಾಟ್? 0. ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿನ ಗೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ. ಒಂದು ಬಾಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ velocity is what? 0. Velocity is what? 0. Now see what they are asking in the particular question. Let me tell you. Voice low. Now wait, I'll check. Hello. 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 Voice low. No. Now. No. Check. Voice is okay, ma? Voice is okay? Okay, see here. Now, tell me now. See, what they are saying, illi ನೀವು you have kept one positive charge. Okay, you kept one what? Positive charge. Do it in the. Now you kept what? One positive charge plus. Okay, there is a q charge. This has some mass. It is released in this particular direction. Wait. In this particular direction, you are having what? Electric field. You are having what? Electric field. See here. In this case, if I consider what? they are saying it is going downwards. That means here I am considering what? The acceleration due to gravity. It has some mass. Once it is having some mass, see here, in this direction, mg force is acting. They said in this particular direction you are having what? Electric field. Because it is a positive charge, this positive charge is going to have the force in this direction. Force in this direction, that is equal to QE. So for this, the net force, this is mg, this is QE. The net force will act in this direction. The net force will act in this direction, right? The net force will act in this direction. What is that force is equal to? Sir, here QE is there, sir. Here mg is there, sir. The resultant force comes out to be under root mg square plus QE square, sir. Here you will get what? Resultant force. That means when in the direction of the force only we are having what? Acceleration also. Here in this direction only we are having what? Resultant force. That means the object is following this particular path. The object is following this particular path. That means in this particular path, in the sense force acceleration is in this direction. That means this star started moving in this particular direction. That means in this direction the object is moving or the charge is moving. That means it is moving in a motion, on the motion of the object is in what? Straight line. This is in the straight line the object is moving. See here, in this particular question they are asking you to find out the trajectory. Trajectory in the sense, have to write down the relation of what? Y as a function of x or x as a function of y. Here they have given, here y, there is x, y, x, y, x. Between y and x I have to put what? The particular answer. See here, see, without doing much of the thing, if you are so-called what? Intelligent fellow, if you are a intelligent fellow, see here, the resultant force, the object is moving in what? Straight line. Just by resolving the component I got to know that the force is acting in this direction. The force is acting in this direction. Once the force is acting in this direction, the acceleration is in this direction. That means the object will move in this particular direction. That means it is moving in a straight line. Once it is straight line, where I can get the option? In the second option I will get the answer. In the second option I will get the answer. But let us check it. See here, velocity along x-axis is what? 0, because it is released. Why we have taken ux is what? 0, because in question they said released. The charge is released from the edge of the table. That means it is released in the sense velocity along x is 0, velocity along y is 0, acceleration is x along x is given as what? See, in this direction you are having the electric field. In the same direction for this particular charge you are having what? The electrostatic force, that is equal to what? QE. Due to this electric field, the force is acting in this direction. That means if the force is in this direction, the acceleration is equal to what? QE by m is also in the same direction. That means here acceleration along x-axis comes out to be what? QE by what? M. Then what about the acceleration along y-axis? Sir, acceleration along y-axis, it is due to the weight. Due to the weight in the sense here acceleration due to gravity is acting. That means acceleration along y-axis comes out to be what, sir? Minus g, sir. Minus g, sir. So let us consider it has traveled, when it is coming here, it has traveled some distance along what? X-axis. Meanwhile it has traveled some distance along what? Y-axis. So let at any time t, the object, the charge, is at the position x comma y. That means the meaning of this is, see, I have considered that ಒಂದು ಟಿ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ಮೀನ್ ವೈಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ y axis, sorry, x axis as well as what y axis. At some time t it has traveled x comma y distance anta nanu consider madidre, it has traveled some distance of what x comma y anta nanu consider madidre, I'll get like what the distance it has traveled, or the displacement it has traveled, that is sx is equal to uxt plus half axt square. Because in order to find out the trajectory, now first I wanted to write x in terms of function of time, then y in terms of function of time, then I need to eliminate what that time, then I can write down the relation of what x and y. So here along x-axis this is equal to what x, sir, velocity along x is 0, sir, acceleration along x is qe by m, sir, that means half qe by 2m into t square, sir. Yes, sir. Now see, sir, what is the displacement it has traveled across y? I considered it as distance it has traveled is what, it is at the position of what y, that is equal to uyt plus half ayt square. Here uy is going to be what, sir, 0, so uyt, the term going to be what, sir, 0, sir. That means here you are having half ayt square. Half ayt square in the sense it comes out to be half the times minus g into t square, sir. This is what it has traveled across what, sir, y, sir. Now from here I consider this is what 1, I'll consider this is as 2. I have to eliminate what now from these two, I have to eliminate what t. If you want to eliminate t, what you need to do, you have to divide 1 by 2. Once you divide 1 by 2, you will get x by y. Here it comes out to be what, here it comes out to be, wait, next page I'll write down 1 by 2, so that is x by y. What is here, x is equal to qe by 2m into t square. What about y here, minus 1 by 2 gt square, t square get cancelled, 2 get cancelled, so x by y comes out to be minus qe by what, mg. That means here x is equal to minus qe by mg into what, y. That means here x is directly proportional to what, y. That means it is showing from here x is directly proportional to y, or else I can write down y in terms of x, right? If I wanted to write down what, y is equal to minus mgx upon what, qe. How this y is related to x, how the y is related to x, it is directly proportional. Once it is directly proportional, it is showing that it is a straight line. In this particular question, in the option only straight line equation or straight line graph ಯಾವುದು sir, ಇದೆ sir, ಇದೊಂದೇ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸರ್. ಬಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಪ್ಪ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಹಿಂಗಾಗ ಬದಲು ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೂರನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಬದಲು ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ y and x, ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೋರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವಾಟ್, ಮೋರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ by default in the question they have given only this option as a straight line, so we need to mark for this. Understood, ra? Okay. Now I hope you understood this. It's already 1 hour 30 minutes. Now see here, there is a positive charge of 100 milligram. There is a positive charge that is 100 milligram. What they said, it is equal to what? 100 milligram. 100 milligram. Milligram in the sense it is 100 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram. So whenever you are writing the mass has to be represented with respect to the SI unit. SI unit of the mass is what? Kg. I need to express that mass in terms of what? Kg. That means from here 100 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg, sir. So from here we will get to know that the mass of the positive charge is what? Mass of the positive charge is what? That is equal to 10 power minus 6 into, that is 10 power minus 4 kg. Okay. Now it is thrown in opposite direction to the uniform electric field of strength what? 1 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. Electric field they have given as what? 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. If the charge of the particle is 40 microcoulomb, charge of the particle is going to be what? 40 microcoulomb. 40 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. And the initial velocity by which they are throwing, that means initial velocity by which they are throwing is going to be what? 200 meter per second. How much distance will it travel before coming to rest? That means velocity 0 agaku munche what is the total amount of distance it has traveled? Understood what the question they are saying? Understood what the question they are saying? They are saying if the electric field is in this direction, they have took one positive charge or one positive charge ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಎಸಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ವಿತ್ ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 200 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ನೋಡಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಥ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Once they are throwing the charge in this direction, see here, if I just draw the foundation of that particular charges that is kept under what? Electric field, I get to know that on this particular charge, positive charge, the force is in this direction. The force is in this direction. That means that force is equal to QE. That means in this particular direction of force, you are having what? Acceleration. That is equal to what? QE by m. Because they said this is the charge of what? Q, positive, and it has some mass that is equal to what? 10 to the power minus 4 kg. Now acceleration and velocity. Acceleration and velocity both are what? Opposite. Both are what? Opposite. Once they are opposite, the person is trying to move in this direction, but the force is acting in this direction. That means after some time, okay, after some time it is going to stop traveling the distance x. It comes to the rest. Finally it comes to what? Rest. See, you may feel bored, you may feel like it is I think, but you have to do these things. Understood? There is a thing they are saying, if you practice more on the net, if you sweat more on the net, then you can shine on what? The ground, right? So you have to practice a lot. You need to see all kind of things. See here, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಥ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಗಿದೆ, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಂತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಂತೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಂತೋಯ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದು? ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ here I got to know the mass, I got to know the electric field, I know what is the amount of charge, I know what is the amount of what? Velocity they have thrown. Now I need to find out what is the distance it has traveled before coming to the rest, right? Here acceleration is going to be what? Constant. Once the acceleration is constant, you are layak, ನೀವು ಲಾಯಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಏನನ್ನ ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ? ಕೈನಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ. So once the acceleration is constant, in this particular question acceleration is going to be what? Constant. Once the acceleration is constant, I can use, I know v square, I know u square, I know acceleration, I know displacement. I wanted to know this displacement. So finally it comes to rest. Initially velocity they have given as what, 200, right? Before that you find out what is u square. U square is equal to 2ax cos theta, right? Cos theta is going to be 180 degree between the acceleration and what, displacement. That means it is minus u square. This comes out to be 2. Acceleration is equal to qe by what, m. X is going to be x cos 180. Cos 180 in the sense it is equal to what, minus 1. So it comes out to be what, minus minus get cancelled out. So u square is equal to 2qe by m into x. That means you wanted to know this x. So from here the stopping distance comes out to be x is equal to mu square upon what, 2qe. Mu square upon what, 2qe. You apply all the stuff that is given in the particular question. You put the mass, you put the electric field, you put the value of the charge, and you put the value of what, u. So we'll get what, the distance it is going to stop. Understood? Okay, now come to this question. Good question it is. Actually a good question it is. Now see here, charges Q1 and Q2 are at points what, A and B of the right angle triangle. You are having two charges on the Q1 and Q2. Adanna right angle triangle ittidare. That right angle triangle is OAB. See the figure. The resultant electric field, they are saying, it is very important, the resultant electric field at O is perpendicular to the hypotenuse. See, here you are having Q1 charge, here you are having Q2 charge. Okay, on this particular point O, the resultant electric field will be what, perpendicular to the so-called, the resultant electric field at this O is perpendicular to so-called your what, hypotenuse. Very important. Then Q1 by Q2 is proportional to what? Q1 by Q2 is proportional to what? Understood? They are saying the resultant electric field in this particular system at O is going to be perpendicular to the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse ke resultant electric field enagiruttante, perpendicular ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಂತೆ. In this direction you are going to get what, resultant electric field. See, question ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, let us do it here in the new page. So it is a right angle triangle. It is a right angle triangle. Here you are having what, Q1. Here you are having what, Q2. This is what, point O. Here you are having what, X1. Here you are having what, X2. You have to know what is this Q1 to Q2. Right? They are saying, see here, Q2 is the electric field due to this Q2 at O will be in this direction. That is equal to K Q2 upon what? X2 square. Electric field at O due to Q1 will be in this direction. That is equal to K Q1 upon what? X1 square. They are saying the resultant force, the resultant electric field at O will be perpendicular to your so-called your what? Hypotenuse. That means they are saying in this direction you are having what? Resultant electric field. In this direction you are having what? Resultant electric field which is perpendicular to the hypotenuse. That means if I consider this is theta, this is 90 degree, ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್, ಈ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಆಂಗಲ್ ಥೀಟಾ, ಇದು 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಆಂಗಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ 90 ಮೈನಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು 90 ಮೈನಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಆದರೆ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಆದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವಾಟ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಥೀಟಾ, ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಫೋರ್ಸನ್ನ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು KQ2 by what x2 square. So from here in the particular triangle, in a big triangle, ಇದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ OAB, in triangle OAB, okay, in triangle OAB tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. This is perpendicular, this is base. Perpendicular is equal to what x1, base is equal to what x2. In triangle OAB tan theta is equal to what x1 upon what x2. Now they are asking what is the value of what q1 upon what q2. Now from this particular forces, if I consider in this triangle, if I consider what tan theta, okay, here tan theta is equal to what perpendicular upon base. Here tan theta is equal to what perpendicular upon base. Here what is the force you are getting? K q2 upon what x2 square. What is the base you are having? Yeah. What is the another thing base you are having? That is equal to what KQ2 upon what x2 square. Sorry. For this one the base is going to be what the base is going to be what KQ1 into what x1 square. So from here k get cancelled. So perpendicular upon base is going to be what x1 upon x2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದಾ? From this equation I can write perpendicular upon base is equal to x1 by x2. Here q2 by what q1, q2 by what q1 is there. In the particular question they are asking you to find out what q1 upon what q they are asking you to find out what q1 upon what q2. This is what you need to find out. Here you are having x1 upon x2 whole square. Here x1 upon x2 get what cancelled out. So from here q1 upon q2 is equal to x1 upon what x2. q1 upon what q2 is equal to what x1 upon what x2. This is what the answer is. Which option? Third one. Which option? Third one. Just drink some water. I am getting the hiccups. Understood this one? Please write down. Got it? Okay. Now come to this question. There is a vertical electric field of magnitude what 4.9 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. There is a electric field which is vertical. That means the electric field is in this direction. Okay, there is a electric field is in this direction. That is equal to 4.5. I can consider this into 5 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. No issues. Okay, prevents the water droplet of mass 0.1 gram. Mass of the oil droplet, water droplet is what 0.1 gram. 0.1 gram in the sense 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. That means it comes out to be 10 to the power minus 4 kg. Okay, the value of the charge on the droplet. What is the value of the charge on the droplet is? See here, just prevents a water droplet of mass from falling. That means if you keep one charge here, this is acting what mg here, the force will act in this direction. If this is the case, the charge on the force comes out to be what positive. the charge on the drop comes out to be what? Positive. That means in this particular electric field, the force will act in this direction, that is equal to QE, right? This is what? Plus Q I'll consider. Now here they are asking you to find out what? The value of the charge. What is the value of the charge they are asking? Now it is more or less like what? Millikan's oil drop experiment. It is talking about what? Millikan's oil drop experiment. In the Millikan's oil drop experiment, there is one particular charge where it is balanced by the electric field force and the gravitational force. That means it is not going towards the negative charge, or whether it is not going towards what? Positive charge. That means there is one particular charge, that is positive charge, which is balanced by the forces. That means here QE is equal to what? For drop to be at rest, for drop to be at rest, okay, here QE is equal to what? Mg. What is the charge value? I don't know the charge value. They're asking find the value of the charge. I don't know the charge value. What is the value of the charge? I don't know. What is the value of this electric field? 5 into 10 to the power 5. What is the mass? 10 power minus 4. What is G? Here 9.8. I can consider like 10. You consider 10 only, no issues. So once I consider 10, I'll get like, it is almost equal to make the calculations faster. I am doing it. See here, Q is equal to 10 power minus 3 divided by 5 into 10 to the power 5. Right. So from here you will get, it is equal to 10 power minus 8 divided by 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 8. That means it comes out to be 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 8. So if I shift the point, I'll get 5 into 10 to the power minus 9. Here 1 by 5 is there. 1 by 5, that means it is 0.2. It comes out to be 10 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb is the charge on that particular on the droplet, on the water droplet. That means it comes out to be 2 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb. If you are putting in the there is one vertical electric field, there you are keeping one particular water droplet. That droplet is not going down, it is balanced because of what? The electrostatic force. That means force due to that electric field and mg both are get balanced. In that particular case, that means the charge is going to be the positive, because the direction of the electric field is in this direction. That charge value comes out to be what? 2 into 10 to the power minus 9. 2 into 10 to the power minus 9. Now see this one. Okay, see, this is also same like what we have done in the previous one, but this question slightly they have modified. That's it. There is a oil drop idi anta ಒಂದು drop ಇದೆ, oil drop. Okay, it is held stationary under what? Constant electric field, that is equal to what? 3.55 into 10 to the power 5 volt per meter. The electric field value they have given as what? 3.55 into 10 to the power 5 volt per meter in a Millikan's oil drop experiment. What is the number of excess electron? See here, what is the number of excess electron? Excess electron is suggesting that charge of the body is what? Negative. Charge of the body is what? Negative. They are saying that oil drop will possess. They are asking what is the number of electrons that is there on that particular water drop or the oil drop, whatever they have taken. What is the number of electrons, number of excess electrons that particular drop is having? They are asking. That means ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಆಯಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ನ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 2 ಮಿಲಿಮೀಟರ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. See here, they said there is a so called what? Negative, there is so called what? negative droplet it is, that means negative charge that is kept under what, electric field. So electric field ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, mg ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್, QE, ಇನ್ ದ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್, mg. ಅದಲ್ವಪ್ಪ. ಸೊ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇಸ್ radius of the oil droplet, they said it is 2 mm. If it is equal to 2 mm, right, convert into meter, millimeter, it is 2.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter it is. Now density of this droplet, they said it is equal to 3 gram per what, centimeter cube. That means ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ kg ಅಂಡ್ ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟ್, ಮೀಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3 10 to the power of minus 3 kg divided by 10 power minus 2 whole cube meter. So from here it is almost equal to 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 10 power minus 6, here meter cube, here you are having kg, so it is equal to minus 6 ಇದೆ, 10 power minus 3 ಇದೆ, minus 6 ಮೇಲ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ it will be equal to 3 into 10 power 3 kg per meter cube. This is the density, right? This is the value of what, density. Now they are asking, ಇವೆರಡು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದೆರಡು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಐ ನೋ ದಟ್ Q is equal to what, NE, what is the amount of excess electrons that is present on the particular droplet ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So now here see the value of this electric field is 3.55 into 10 to the power 5. Okay sir, no issue sir. That means ಆಯಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿ QE is equal to mg. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಯು ನೋ ದಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಂಟು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್. Mass is equal to what, density into volume. So volume ನೀವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ here volume of this spherical charge comes out to be what, spherical charge comes out to be 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is to sir 2 millimeter anta andre 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 whole cube. Understood? In this particular question I need to know what is the number of electrons there is present on this particular charge or the drop. That means here QE is equal to mg. That means here QE is equal to mass is replaced by what, density into volume into what, acceleration due to gravity. Now they are asking number of excess electron. That means they are asking n into e. That means they are asking what, n e into e, that is equal to rho vg, right? So then from here I can write down number of excess electron that is equal to rho vg upon e into e, rho vg upon e into e. So from here I can write down that what is density they have given. Density is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Andre 3 into 10 to the power 3. Volume estide 4 by 3 pi 2 millimeter. That means 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube into acceleration due to gravity they have taken as what, 9.8 divided by charge of the electron is what, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Then value of the electric field comes out to be what, 3.55 into 10 to the power 5. If you calculate all this stuff you will get n value. You do it. Okay, you do it. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬರೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ನಾ? ನಾ come to this question. It is a most repetitive question, very important. Most repetitive and very important. A similar kind of questions or copy paste questions they will ask in what JEE means. Understood? Tomorrow there will be almost around 3 hours of class will go. 3 hours I think so. Understood? Around 3 hours to 3.5 hours tanaka nale class hogbodu with respect to class 12, because we are going to see a very good kind of questions there. Understood? Ili tanaka I don't know whether in Karnataka some of the people have taken that kind of classes or that kind of level of questions. I don't know. Okay. There is a block of mass m and a charge q placed on the smooth horizontal floor. Smooth horizontal floor in the sense coefficient of the friction of the floor is 0. It is doing the perfectly elastic. It has a perfectly elastic wall. Elastic wall in the sense E value. Coefficient of restitution is what? 1. If electric field is switched on, that means electric field is switched on, find the time period of collision. See here, they are saying perfectly elastic collision ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ perfectly elastic collision ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. I'll give some information with respect to perfectly elastic collision. Perfectly elastic collision in the sense, if you are having some ball, okay, if it is going with respect to 10 meter per second and if it hits this particular wall with respect to 10 meter per second, in the sense it will come back with the same amount of speed that is going to hit by the wall. It will come back with the same amount of speed that is going to hit by the wall. That is called as what? Perfectly elastic wall. That means now ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಒಂದು ವಾಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ವಾಲ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಬಾಲ್ ಎಸೆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆ ವಾಲ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಲ್ ಹೊಡಿತೋ ಆಚೆಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ the speed at which it hits the wall, it is the same amount of speed it is going to bounce back. Understood? That is called as what? Perfectly elastic thing. In this particular question, what they are saying in the sense, see, I'll explain this. This is the wall. Here you are having the mass m. This is having some positive q charge. Now in this direction there is a electric field. Now the coefficient of this floor is what? 0. Now this is a positive charge. In this direction you are having what? Electric field. That means this will experience a force in this direction. If it is experiencing a force in this direction, the acceleration is in this direction. That means that acceleration, that means that force is taking that mass m in towards the wall. Once it start going with respect to some acceleration, it gradually takes some sort of what? Velocity with it. Understood? So this one, it is taking the charge q in this particular direction towards the wall. Understood? It is going to hit the wall with respect to what? V0 velocity. It is going to hit the wall with respect to, I'll say, V0 velocity. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದೇ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ, that is called as what? Time period. See, time period ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ. ಸಿ, ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ಗೂ ರಿಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಿದೆ? ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೋ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೋ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮೋಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ SHM, simple harmonic motion when the restoring force is directly proportional to negative of the displacement. But in this particular question they are asking time period of the collision. See time period, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡಿತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡೆದಿದೆ ಬಾಲು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಇದೇ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಈ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ರಿಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ರಿಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು. See here they are asking you to find out what time period, they are asking you to find out what time period. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ದು ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ 0 ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ದು ಮಾಸ್ m ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ವಾಲ್ಗೆ ಹೊಡೆದಾಗ ಆ ವಾಲ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ವಾಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್, ದ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ 1. ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಾಲ್ಗೆ ಹೊಡಿತೀನೋ ಅದೇ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಬೌನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. See here, today I won't do the revision because this class itself has taken a lot of things. So first you satisfy with respect to this, then we will do it. Okay, see here. Here in this particular question, force is equal to what? QE. This is not doing a SHM. Keep it in mind. It is not doing a SHM. Now here acceleration comes out to be what? QE by what? M. That means what is the time taken to hit the ball? Sorry, hit the wall. Time taken to hit wall, I'll say. Time taken to hit wall, I'll say now. What is the time taken to hit the wall? What is the time taken to hit the wall? See, ಈ ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಈ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋ ತನಕ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಅದು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಟು ಹಿಟ್ ದ ವಾಲ್. ನೌ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್, ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. Uniform electric field in the sense force is going to be what? Constant. Force constant in the sense acceleration constant. Once the acceleration constant, we are eligible to put what? We are eligible to put what? The kinematic equation. So here now it is kept at rest. Now it is kept at rest. Initially it is at what? Rest. Then by reaching to this point it attains some sort of what? Velocity due to the acceleration. So here, see here, S is equal to what? Ut plus half at square. Ut plus what? Half at square. Here u, initial velocity is going to be what? 0. Initially there is no velocity, it is given. Okay, now it has traveled some distance d, I'll say. This is half. What is acceleration you are going to get? QE by m into what? T square. Now this is the time taken to hit the wall, that is t. I will consider it as t. So from here t is equal to under root 2md upon what? QE. This is the time of going to hit the wall. E one time, that is equal to under root 2md by QE. E time is to time, this is what the time required to that particular charge to go and hit the wall. Illi tanka. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಪೀಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಬೇಕು. ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್? 2t. ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 2t ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಅಂಡರ್ ರೂಟ್ 2md divided by what? QE. This is the time period. That means what I am trying to say is there is a wall. In the floor you kept what? A so-called positive charge of mass m. Now at time t is equal to 0, at time t is equal to 0, that charge is in this particular place. Now it has taken time t to hit the wall. It has taken time t to hit the wall. Again, it is taken the same amount of time to come back to the original place where it all gets started. Right? That means by going and coming back, it takes the total time which is equal to what? 2t. That is called as what? Time period. So whenever you are solving this kind of question, see, whenever you are solving the time period question, note point, whenever you are looking for what? Time period question, see here, whenever you solve time period question, okay, first what you need to do, in the sense, first you need to find out the force on the body. Find force on the body. Once you found that force on the body is constant, once the force is constant, acceleration is going to be what? Constant. Once the acceleration is constant, you are going to use what? Kinematical equation. To find out what? Time. Now once you use the kinematical equation to find the time, you can find out the time period. So once you got to know the force is constant, acceleration is constant, this will not do a SHM. It will not do a SHM. It is not a SHM. It will coming under what? Repetitive motion. It is coming under what? Repetitive motion. It is coming under what? Repetitive motion. If at all, when you find out the force on the body, right? When you find out the force on the body, once you find out the resultant, that means restoring force is directly proportional to the displacement it traveled, then it is coming under what? SHM. Then it is coming under what? SHM. That time, the restoring force you are going to put, that is equal to minus m omega square x. You are substituting the restoring force is equal to minus m omega square x. Once you got to know, once you apply this minus m omega square x, here omega is equal to what? 2 pi by t. Here omega is equal to what? 2 pi by t. Once you put the omega is equal to 2 pi by t, from there you can find out what? Time period. You need to know this. Okay, be careful while doing the problems. Okay, so this is what the today's class was. Okay, this is what the today's class is, I can say. So these are some of the revision questions that you can do it. Okay, I felt like I'll do it today itself, but already 2 hours 10 minutes has happened, so there are around 10 questions. You try it tomorrow, we will definitely do it. And one thing that I have start noticing, like start doing like this, like yesterday we have seen some lecture 13, right? That lecture 13 though one day page alli purti, so that you can revise it. I'll tag here. If you found this is helpful, please put me on the comment section, sir. You use this, it will be beneficial for you also. Everything, whenever you already you are getting the PDF in the what comment section for free, right? Everything you are getting for free. So if you feel like, sir, this is helpful, you go through this PDF. If you find out this is helpful, I'll start doing for other lectures also. Understood, ma? So this is what the today's class is, and ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಂದಿನ ತರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಳಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಬಾಯ್, ಗುಡ್ ನೈಟ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭೇಟಿ ನಾಳೆಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್ ನೌ. ಬಾಯ್, ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್.